Ohsnap sponsored this video for me to check out their MCON magnetic controller. And while the concept is one that I'm pretty familiar with, you know, little clip-on controllers for your phone, the execution is pretty different from what I've seen before. For one thing, it doesn't clip on. One of their main claims to fame is that it attaches magnetically using either MagSafe or an adapter bracket that makes it work with pretty much any Android phone. It's also packed with features that I have simply never seen in a phone controller before. Oh my God, this clear one is so cool. It was a limited edition. I'm so sorry, you guys. The black and white ones are for you. Hold on, I'm gonna, oh! That's pretty cool. Very cool. Anywho, features like TMR joysticks, that was apparently a collaboration with GameSir, as well as Hall effect triggers. That's right, my friends, analog triggers in a controller this thick. What else is there to talk about in here? We've got pretty reasonable feeling, a little bit stiff, but reasonable feeling D-pad, good face buttons, Android controls here. You know what? I am actually gonna switch to the one that you guys can buy because it's really hard to see the buttons there. One sec. There we go. Ah, yeah, there we go. Get you guys a better look at those buttons there. What is the eject button? Whoa, okay, that actually makes a ton of sense because another one of their big emphasis points was that you don't just have to use it attached to your phone. You can prop out your kickstand, which goes a little something like this, and then use it as a standalone Bluetooth controller. It also has, and I don't know how to do this, so we're gonna be learning on the fly. Ah, there we go. Deployable wings to make you fly. Just kidding, it's not an energy drink. It's to kind of help with the ergonomics a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't say that it's the single most impactful thing for me, but then again, I grew up with a Super Nintendo, so this feels pretty natural. USB-C for charging right there. Nice simple pairing button. As much as I love looking up the button combo every single time I use a bloody controller, I don't. So if you could just put a pairing button on everything, that would be great. Thank you so much. Oh, Linus Torvalds is on his way out. I'm gonna come say bye. Seriously, this was the craziest day. We had Linus Torvalds here in the office. Let's check out the rest of the accessories that are included. You get an Android ring, which will allow you to connect your Android phone to a MagSafe compatible thingamaboober. In this case, your MCON. You also got a safety guide, a USB-C cable, and that is about it, as us Canadians say. Let's go ahead and see if I can figure out how to do this without instructions. Someone tell me if I'm doing this wrong. Oh, I don't even need it, right? This is a Pixel 10 Pro. We're gonna mount my 9A. Doesn't the 9A have Pixel Snap too? It does, doesn't it? Listen, now that's perfectly good for the next person to use. The point is, boom, that goes on there like that, and you are flipping ready to go. All right, let's insert this and see if I can figure out how to, oh wow, that goes on there really nice. Part of their talking points is that it's pocketable. I sincerely hope that they meant when detached from the phone, because while I could fit this in my cargo pants, lttstore.com, I can't promise that it would fit in lady pants. But because it's magnetic, it's pretty quick to detach, and you could, you know, maybe stow it kind of like this. You know, a little something like that, if you had cargo pants from lttstore.com. Did I mention they're from Of course, everything we've talked about so far is completely academic, so why don't we actually take it for a spin, shall we? Now we just gotta turn this on, and, oh, look at that. Ohsnap MCON. If you have a heavy ass phone, like the Pixel 10 Pro, that could be a little bit of a challenge for you. It wouldn't even be an issue if the phone wasn't so bloody heavy compared to the controller itself. 210 grams, okay? And if you actually take like the controller part of it, the bottom, it's only 130 grams. So you don't get up to a similar weight until you have the whole thing together. But that other 70 grams compounds with the phone. There's nothing they can do about this. It just is a reality of having a super heavy phone. I'm sure they were thinking something with this. I mean, Apple's Pro phones are really heavy too. Oh, did I mention it works perfectly fine on iOS as well? We're only showing Android, but very much iOS compatible. No, not Yoshi! This is the part where instead of working, I play video games for the rest of the thing. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Let's fold out the wings. Because with the whole computing device being the screen there, it's pretty flippin' heavy. I think the wings help a little bit with that, not a ton, not a ton. But if you don't have the heaviest frickin' phone, then it's far less of a concern for you. They do take a little bit of the weight off. Gotta give credit where it's due. If I was gonna design this, I would probably move this home button here. But nobody asked me that. Die? What do you think, I'm gonna die? You think I'm gonna die? Boom, I can dance all day, I can dance all day. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Very usable. Like, very usable. Bluetooth, not always the best for a low latency connection. Speaking of Bluetooth, it supports being paired to up to 3 devices at a time. So that's pretty handy if you switch between devices pretty frequently. I have to get all the one-ups, sorry, I can't talk right now. Pew! A pew! 16 lives, baby. Oh, it's got gyroscopic aiming, which makes very little sense if you consider that it's meant to be attached to a phone, which obviously has its own gyroscope. But as I mentioned before, where'd my eject button go? All right. What do they call this? Kickback mode? Did I just get hit? Damn it! Oh no, get over here, Iggy. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. Oh God, oh God, oh God! This is another cool little feature. When it's stowed, almost all of the buttons are protected with only the shoulders and triggers exposed. Oh, whoops, I started again. Wow, this is a trip. Playing this upside down. Whoa! Oh! Dude, this is way harder than it looks. Oh no! Yeah, see, like that. Whew. Of course, you don't have to just play Grandpa games. You can play pretty much any game that uses a standard controller layout, whether that's running locally or whether it's running through the cloud, whether that's from NVIDIA or Microsoft or any cloud provider, or even gaming on your own PC remotely using a service like, for example, Parsec. This is pretty cool. This really speaks to me. They have what they call a right to repair friendly design. So instead of using a whole bunch of different screw heads and stuff like that, they just use standardized ones that are pretty easy to take apart. And the battery that, who knows, someday you might want to open up and replace. They claim is good for 9 hours of straight gaming and standby for over 1.5 years. Is that right? Oh, okay, sure, yeah. Why not? Is it the world's greatest, most ergonomic controller? No, right? Like, I'm not going to sell it as such, but as something that can be folded and packed away, very cool. I also love the spring-loaded mechanism to whip it out. What do they call that? Switchblade? Yeah, don't call it that on your, travel luggage declaration or whatever. Just call it game controller. If any of this looks good to you, we'll have the MCON linked in the video description, along with some matching accessories from Ohsnap. It starts at $149.99 US. Don't forget to subscribe to ShortCircuit for more videos like this, where we unbox things and try them and stuff.